Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and I'm in Arathi Highlands, and today I'd like to take a look at the new toys that can be found here. Let's look at the toys themselves and then look at which rare spawns drop them. So the toys that you can get in Arathi Highlands are the Witherbark Gong. Use places a forest troll gong, which as you can see you can hit and it does the ringy gong noise. Brazier Cap. Use places a small brazier on your head. From Geomancer Flint Dagger in Arathi Highlands. The Witherbark Gong is from a troll inside the cave at the back of Witherbark Village. Cold Rage Cooler. Use summons a light snowfall. Drops from Korgresh Cold Rage. Foul Belly. Make a loud annoying sound startling everyone within 10 yards. Drops from Foul Belly in Arathi Highlands. Korvok costume grants the appearance of a small Korvok, which is an ogre Korvok in Arathi Highlands in a cave. Magic Fun Rock. Throw to a friendly player. If possible they will automatically return it. The new Happy Fun Rock now with 100% more sparkle from Rule 1 Stone. Moloch Morlon. Wear a small Moloch head from Moloch the Crusher. Spectral Visage. Take on a spectral visage from the Horrifying Apparition. Syndicate Mask. Wear a Syndicate Mask over any existing headwear. Smells faintly of peppermint kisses and murder. Two of Singer's favourite things. Drops from Singer. Toy Siege Tower. Summon and control this toy. Drops from Doom's Howl, which is the Alliance version of the World Boss. The Horde version of the World Boss drops a different toy for their faction. So in order to get both, you're going to have to do this on both factions. Here is the Horde version. The Toy War Machine. Summon and control this toy. Drops from the Lion's Roar. So that's the two world bosses. For the Alliance it's called Doom's Howl. These are both big tanks. For the Alliance it's Doom's Howl, and for the Horde it's called the Lion's Roar. And obviously whichever one is up will be up depending on which faction controls the zone. First let's head for the Boulder Fist Ogre Cave. This is a great place to get your Kill 20 Ogre quest done for your weekly quest, because there are an awful lot of ogres inside the cave. Now remember, it is a cave, so the markers will not show you where the entrance is. The entrance is right here, right next to one of the elemental circles. If you go down the short intro descent, inside you will find two ogre rare spawns. Both of these rare spawns can drop toys. The first one in this first room is Korvok. Korvok's toy is the Korvok costume, which, as you will expect, will turn you into an ogre. So if you want to look like Korvok and turn into an ogre, this is the toy to come and try and get. So that's Korvok, and he drops the Korvok costume toy. As I said, there are an awful lot of ogres in this cave, so it's a great place to get your 20 ogres killed for your weekly. Once you've killed Korvok, do not run out of the cave. There's another rare spawn in the back of the cave. There are two ways out of this first room, one to the left and one to the right. You want to take the one that goes towards the right over the lava pit. There's a big wooden bridge over a pit of lava. Now having a wooden bridge over lava seems a little bit of an odd thing to do, and it sounds rather dangerous to me, but that's the way you get to the second rare spawn ogre. So this is the way up to the right of the cave, and here you can see our wooden bridge over a pit of lava. Yes, wood, lava, I suspect fires in the near future. There's quite a lot of ogres in this back cave as well, so if you are on your own or with a small group, you want to pick a few of them off before you take on the rare spawn. The second rare spawn, his name is Foul Belly, and he drops the toy Foul Belly, which if you click on it makes you make loud noises and produces a very big cloud of green noxious gas, shall we call it? So that's Foul Belly who drops the toy Foul Belly, and this is in the back of the Boulder Fist Ogre Cave. It's nice and convenient that there are two rare spawns very close together.
I don't have a target.
The Horrific Apparition, which is a rare spawn ghost, can be found inside the Horde base camp. When the Horde control the zone, the ghost will move into Stromgarde, which is the Alliance base, and if you're Horde you'll need to go to the Alliance base of Stromgarde in order to kill the Horrific Apparition. The Horrific Apparition drops the Spectral Visage toy. This will make you take on a spectral visage, so your character basically becomes a ghost-like figure, sort of semi-transparent white tinge that looks a lot like the ghosts. So that's the Horrific Apparition, which can be found in whichever base camp is derelict at the time of your controlling Arathi Highlands, and it drops the toy, the Spectral Visage.
It's too far away.
There's one world boss up in Arathi Highlands, depending on who controls the zone. When the Alliance control the zone, it's a Horde siege tank that's up, called Doom's Howl. You need a raid group to kill this boss, so you're going to want to queue for a full raid group. So for the Alliance, it's a Horde siege tank called Doom's Howl, and you can drop the toy, the Siege Tower. When the Horde control the zone, it's then an Alliance siege tank, and the Alliance siege tank is called the Lion's Roar, and for the Horde it drops the toy War Machine. So if you want to get both of these toys, you're going to need to do the Arathi Highlands on both an Alliance and a Horde, because the Alliance obviously can't attack the Alliance tank and the Horde can't attack the Horde tank. You're going to need a full raid group to take out this War Machine, and it is really tough. As you can see, there are lots and lots of AoE ground effects, so you definitely need tanks to hold the aggro so the DPS don't get hit by the biggest moves, and you need lots of healers because everybody takes an awful lot of damage. There's quite a lot of movement involved because there are a lot of area effects that get put down on the ground. Partway through the fight, once he's lost quite a bit of health, he summons in a load of his engineers to try and heal him. So DPS, make sure that you get to these guys and take them down fast, otherwise he'll heal the tank up and then the fight will take an awful lot longer. So for the Alliance, the boss is Doom's Howl and drops the toy Siege Tower, and for the Horde, the boss is called the Lion's Roar and drops the toy War Machine. I'll let the rest of the fight play out so that you can get an idea of the mechanics before you have to take them on for yourselves.
Well done.
At the Derby farmstead, inside the farm, you'll find the rare spawn called Singer. Singer drops a Syndicate Mask toy. From the name, I'm sure you guessed that it's a rogue-style mask that anybody can wear, that when you click the toy and put it on. So Singer can be found inside the barn at the Derby farmstead. There you can see Singer. Be careful when she gets to low health because she does try and run away from you, and if there are a lot of the mobs up in the area, then you might aggro an awful lot of extra people that you didn't expect. So if you've got the kill quest for the Syndicate members, perhaps you should take a few of them out before you take Singer on. So there you go, the Derby farmstead, Singer drops the Syndicate Mask toy. And there she is running.
Get closer.
Don't run away, girl!
Need a target.
If you come all the way over to the eastern side of the map and you go up into the hills, you'll find a set of caves. You need to go into the cave, turn to your left and follow the cave system all the way back and round. The place is full of kobolds who love to run away when they get to low health. It's quite a long run all the way into and through this cave, so this clip's going to be a little bit long. But as you wend your way all the way through the cave, I'm going to keep the clip running so that you can see the exact path I take and see how to get there. So you take the first left and then you just follow that path all the way to the back of the cave and then round to your left and all the way back to the front again. The toy that can drop inside this cave is the Brazier's cap. Though putting a brazier, which is basically a fire, on top of your head seems to be a really bad idea to me. Yeah, fire on your head. Not sure about that one. But kobolds do have this weird thing, don't they? I mean, we had the take candle and they kept a candle on their head. Now they're having braziers on their head. I'm not sure that that's an upgrade. Here you can see me trying to use the warrior leap to cut the corner off, because right up there is where you'll find the boss. But unfortunately, you can't get up there, so you really do have to run around. The rare spawn in the cave that can drop the Brazier's cap is Geomancer Flint Dagger. Let me say that again, Geomancer Flint Dagger. He is a kobold. He's about the same size as the others, maybe a tiny bit bigger. And you'll find him sat right at the back of the cave. Here's right here is where I wish I got some sort of speed boost on my character, because it feels like a really long way to run. As you can see, it's quite quiet at the time, so I have to kill every mob on my own. If you've got quite a lot of people running through, I'm sure you'll get there a lot faster because there won't be so many mobs to fight in order to get up there. These kobolds don't seem to have any of the funny lines like, take candle. And we're nearly there now. Nearly there, nearly there. Yeah, there he is, look. Right in that corner, right at the back, look. That's Geomaster Flint Dagger who drops your toy, the Brazier's cap.
I'm out of range.
He's not got an awful lot of health either, so this one's one of the soloable ones. And here in the map shows you exactly where he's sat, so it's right back far in the mountains. As you say, he's right at the back of the cave. So when you see the marker on the map, don't be fooled into thinking that you need to go right to the marker, because it's the actual entrance to the cave that you need to find, which is quite a long way from where he really is sat and where he's marked on the map. If you head down to the south of the map, again by the mountains, you'll find another ogre camp. On the outside of the world, by a great big cooking pot, you'll find the first of the rare spawns, Moloch the Crusher. Now, you're going to need quite a few people to take this guy on because he's got an awful lot of health and he hits really, really, really hard, and he has a very nasty habit of fearing everybody. And when you get feared, you run quite a long way and tend to aggro the entire rest of the camp, which we found to our detriment here, but we ended up with an awful lot of mobs, and that guy hits so hard, and I end up dying really fast. So the more people you've got, the better. Anyway, Moloch the Crusher, as you said, right by the cookpot outside the front of the caves, he drops a toy called Moloch Morion, which is basically a stone head. So you have your normal character, and when you click the toy, it puts this great big stone head on top of your shoulders on your head. It looks really funny, and it's kind of cool. And there you go with the fear again. A scary guy, very, very scary fight. And you can start to see all the ogres that are dead that have already been aggroed into this fight. Once you do kill this guy, for your chance to your stone head toy, see the cave just to the left there? You want to go inside that cave after you've done that, because there's another rare spawn ogre inside there that can drop a toy too. And he's nearly down. Definitely back away when he does his Blade Storm version, because that does a lot of damage. And then if you go into the cave, after all the guys that are fighting you are dead, of course, probably best to kill them rather than run, but it wasn't aggroed to me, so I was hoping that it'd lose aggro on me. Anyway, if you go inside the cave and you make your way round, if you stick to the wall and go to the left and up slightly, at the back of this section of the cave you'll find the second rare spawn. This guy is called Korgresh Cold Rage, and he drops the toy Cold Rager Cooler. So let me say that again, because those names are a little bit weird. Korgresh Cold Rage is the rare spawn. He uses ice magic, and he drops the toy Cold Rager's Cooler. When you click on it, it makes a light snowfall fall around where you're stood. So it's based on his ice magic style of magic. So you get a little snowfall flittering around you when you use his toy. And then of course you want to try and get out of the cave, hopefully before Mr. Moloch has respawned outside the cave, because you don't want to take him on a second time. At the back of the Witherbark Troll village you'll find a cave. Have a look out over the lake to give you an idea of where things are. And the cave here, you don't have to go too far into the cave actually to find the rare spawn. The rare spawn is called Zalas Witherbark, and he drops the Witherbark Gong toy. So you could just go into the entrance, just a short way into the cave, and then off on your left there's the rare spawn. So Zalas Witherbark. Now you can see on the map where the mark is going to show up, and he drops the Witherbark Gong. And this was the one, the only one actually, that I was lucky enough to get on my run through. And I've just realised that I am missing footage for one of the rare spawns, The one I'm missing is Rule One Stone, who drops the Magic Fun Rock toy. You can find him in the centre of the map, near the road, near a couple of standing stones, just southwest of where you can find the Thundering Elemental stone circle on the road. Now let me show you the gong toy that we got from here. And good luck with your toy hunting. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!